Okay, another question. What are the problems that couples face in a second marriage, second time around?
That does bring another unique set of issues. Number one is going to be, what if you have children in a previous relationship? How are you going to be able to combine the households that have already been established and created? Who's responsible for the disciplining if you've got stepchildren? Things like that are very difficult to navigate and can cause a lot of problems. And then you've got the issue of the exes. How do you respond if your husband or wife is talking to the ex often? Is it because of the children? Is it not? You've got to keep those open lines of communication. You've got to talk about what's going on, and that goes back to the secrets and things like that. You've got to be open and honest and willing to talk about what you're doing and why.
There's a situation of a person who's remarried, and her husband's ex really hasn't kind of disappeared because they have a child between them. So the child, who is now an adult and has her own kids, wants her mum to come to things like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I mean, is that a good idea? Is that a good idea? Or, I mean, is that something that's isolated to each individual case?
I think so. I mean, there's going to be some, second marriages where the husband and wife are very close, and that ex-husband may get along just fine. There could be somewhere the ex-husband does not get along with either the ex-wife or her new husband. I mean, it depends on what level of drama you want at Thanksgiving, I guess, and the relationships that have been formed over the years between the exes and the new spouses.
Yeah, and another situation that I know about is a guy who's married second time around, and his new wife's ex-husband is still in pretty close contact with her, but he now has formed a close bond with the ex-husband, and they do a lot of things together, and it's causing friction.
I can understand that. I mean, what if they just identified really well, but at the same time, you have to understand how the wife feels about that. Is she comfortable with him being around? Or I don't think I would want my exes to be that close, because I don't necessarily want them comparing notes or telling stories or things like that. I would be uncomfortable. So that's just a personal.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, but it's a great plot for a movie, isn't it?
It'd be interesting. Yeah, for sure.